In this series of videos, we're going to make a sequential shifter that looks a bit like this one. You'll have a bit of design scope in terms of how it looks, the colors, the graphics, the type of handle, that sort of thing. But this will be more or less the layout of the design. Now, this video presumes that you already have made all the nuts and bolts and buttons and micro switches that you will need for this project. If you haven't done those, you'll need to check out the other videos. They are the same nuts and bolts which are used in the wheel project, so you can use them. The only other one which you'll need will be a slightly shorter version of this M3. Very, very easy to make because you've already made the M3 by 20 bolt. I'm just going to go back and edit the extrusion on this one. So double click on here. And I'm just going to change that from 20 to 16. Now, somewhere in between 16 and 20 and 12 would be ideal, but they only come in sort of standard lengths. So we'll need a 16 mil and a 20 mil M3 in this project. So when you've shortened that one off, hit save it as M3 by 16 in the same folder or project as the rest of your nuts and bolts for this shifted project. So first video, what we're going to do is we're going to be starting with the main rocker for the shifter arm, and then we'll sort of build all the internal components, sort of build the whole product from the inside out. And this is the first generation of this shifter, so it may evolve over the next few years, but this is the first generation, so there may be some little quirks or design changes which will happen throughout the project. And there will be a couple of things in this one which we won't model. For example, there is a rubber band which goes around this section. Now, we could model a rubber band in, but it's not going to obviously stretch like it would in real life. So we've allowed space for it, but we haven't actually modeled that in. And at the time of recording, I have not modeled up the plug or some of the bolts which we'll use to hold in the micro switches. So there's a couple of other little elements which we'll need throughout the project, but we'll model them up as we need them.